Hello everybody, I am Dr. Sweta. This is the lecture of Ancient Indian History and today I am going to talk about Chola architecture. Chola dynasty was a Tamil dynasty, one of the longest ruling dynasties in southern India. Here you can see the chart showing list of Chola rulers and map showing major cities and current country boundaries during the Chola period. The founder of the Chola dynasty was Vijayalaya. The Pallavas were succeeded by the Cholas in Tamil Nadu. They were the most powerful dynasty of the south Indian history since their two kings, Rajaraja I and Rajendra I, had a vast empire with intimate political, cultural, and economic contacts with Southeast Asian countries and Sri Lanka. The art that flourished in this period, both in stone and bronze as well as in painting. Imperial Chola rulers of Tanjore developed a Dravidian style of temple architecture almost to perfection. The temple architecture of the Chola period can be divided into at least two phases on the basis of dynastic markers. First, the early phase, mid 9th to the 11th centuries, and the late phase, early 11th to the 13th centuries. Some art historians suggest a division into three phases: early 850 to 985 CE, middle 985 to 1070 CE, and late 1070 to 1270 CE, and divide there into further phases. Here you can see the chart showing list of Chola temples and their creators. Most of these temples were dedicated to Lord Shiva. These temples have huge gateways called Gopurams. One of the outer surface of the pyramidical tower, the image of various deities are engraved. These temples have huge courtyards in which people used to gather and discuss various matters. Temples were not only religious places but were the center of social and economic activities as well. The temple had a pillared hall called mandapa with elaborately carved pillars and flat roof. These temples are a pyramidal shape. As you can see here, I am going to start from Vijayalaya temple. The temple was constructed by Vijayalaya. The temple is considered one of the oldest temple in India. The main shrine faces west. The Garbhagriha has four stories. There were 8 subsidiary shrines around the temple, out of which 6 are still existing. The sanctum is circular and contains a linga and a yoni. Next temple is Nageshwara Swami temple. The next phase is represented by temples built during the reigns of Aditya I and Paratang I. For instance, Nageshwara Swami temple and Koranganath temple. Nageshwara Swami temple is an ancient 9th century temple of Lord Shiva constructed by Aditya Chol. Superb architecture with rays of sunlight directly falling on the lingam in the Chitram month. Next temple is Koranganath temple. It is east facing temple. Mandapa is rectangle of 25 feet by 20 feet and the Bimana is a square of 25 feet side. The sculpted figures are most heavily ornamented than in other temples of this period. Here you can see the most important temple of Chola period, Brihadeswara temple, Tanjore. The temple is a part of UNESCO World Heritage Site known as the Great Living Chola Temple, one of the India's most prized architectural site. The entire temple structure is made of hard granite stones. For the construction of the temple, more than 1,30,000 tons of granite was used, but no granite source in 100-kilometer radius. It is also known as Rajrajeswaram Temple, Peruvadiyar Temple, and Tanjore Big Temple. The temple has fortified walls that were probably added in the 16th century. The Nandi statue located at the entrance of the temple is said to be carved out of a single rock. This is very famous for its 12 feet height. The temple tower is tallest one in the world, which is 216 feet high, and the kumbam in the tower weighs about 80 tons. The temple built by interlocking stone and not by binding them. It is the largest all granite building in the world. The Brihadeshwara temple is truly a gallery of art from that era. Lord Shiva is the main deity of the temple, and a Shiva Linga is established here to worship him. The height of the Shiva Linga is 8.7 meter. Other deities are placed in the outer wall, also known as Kostha Murtigal. Here you can see sculptures of Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu. These deities include Dakshinamurti, Surya, and Chandra. Other deities include Ashtadigpals, Agni, Yam, Varun, Vayu, Kuber, and Isan, etc. Here you can see sculptures of Kartikeya, Narsim, and Vaman. Various postures of the famous classical dance Bharatnatyam are carved carefully on the exterior walls of the upper story of the temple. Apart from the various sculptures that once adorned the interiors of the temple, there are paintings belonging to the Chola period. These paintings are mostly depictions of various scenes from the lives of Shiva and other deities. Each mural telling a story. Even hairtats of queens, their ornaments drawn in detail. The fine properties in the drawing make them comparable to the frescoes of Ajanta caves. Next important temple is Brihadeshwara Temple, Gangaikond Cholpuram. The superb architecture of the temple boasts of a 9-story vimana that extends to the height of 180 feet. It is east-facing temple made of hard granite stones, a big Nandi in front of the temple made of bricks and mortar. The temple complex includes Nandi Mandapa, Mahamandapa, Mukh Mandapa, Ardha Mandapa, etc. The Gangaikond Cholpuram temple is possibly the only example in which all the 108 forms of dance, as mentioned in the Natya Shastra, are depicted through various panels of dancing Shiva. Chandesh Anugrah Murti and Saraswati are the most beautiful sculptures of the temple. The next great living Chola temple is Airavateshwara temple, Darasuram. Vimana of Airavateshwara temple is 80 feet high. The south side of the front mandapam is in the form of a huge chariot with large stone wheels drawn by horses. The great living Chola temples includes Brihadeshwara temple at Tanjore, Gangaikond Cholpuram temple at Gangaikond Cholpuram, and Airavateshwara temple at Darasuram. Next temple is Kampeshwara Temple, Tribhuvanam. It is considered the last of the 4 masterpieces built during the medium Chola period. There is a separate shrine of Sarveshwarar, a fusion of man, eagle and lion. The Chola period is known for its metal sculptures. Tanjore was a major center. The image of Shiva as Nataraj, that is Lord of the Dance, appear frequently among Chola metallic sculpture. The dancing Shiva was of 2 types, angry and pacific. Thanks for watching.